Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Celebrity Diaries. The life and tradition of a genuine titan of media outlets, Berry Gordy, from his extravagant way of life to his broad magnanimous undertakings, will uncover the unpredictable embroidery that characterizes Gordy's surprising vocation, investigating his total assets, luxurious homes, advantageous vehicle assortment, and the significant effect he's made on the world as a carefully prepared writer enthusiastically for unwinding the charming stories behind famous figures. I welcome you to go along with me on an elated excursion through the domains of abundance, impact, and unmatched inventiveness. Go along with me as we unwind the secret of this social symbol, uncovering the idea of his unrivaled achievement and the permanent imprint he left on the world. Berry Gordy, the unbelievable American record chief and maker, brags about his stunning total assets of $400 million as of April 2024. Regardless, his impact on the music business far outperforms his monetary achievement. Gordy's effect can be felt in each note of probably the most notable tunes in American music history as a performer himself. Gordy has made a permanent imprint on the business. He has formed or co-composed various hits that have graced the highest-rated spot, including Jackie Wilson's Desolate Tears. That is the reason, and read unimposing, as well as the supernatural occurrences Search Around and Shapes, Do You Love Me? Further, as an individual from The Gathering, he added to the progress of the Jackson 5 with hits like I Need You Back and a BC. Anyway, Gordy's job as a record maker really hardens his place in music history. He established Moan Records and sent off the professions of incredible craftsmen, for example, the Supremes, Marvin Gaye, the Enticements, the Four Tops, Gladys Knight, and the Pips, and Stevie Marvel. Gordy's fastidious scrupulousness stretched out past the studio. He cautiously organized the picture ensembles, conduct and movement of his specialist public exhibitions, molding the whole fury scene of well-known music. Gordy's commitments have not slipped through the cracks. He has gotten various awards all through his vocation, including enlistment into the Wild Lobby of Distinction in 1988, and the receipt of a Lifetime Accomplishment grant from the Legislative Dark Gathering in 1993 out of 1,998. He was respected with acceptance into the American Business Lobby of Distinction for junior accomplishment, and in 2009, he got acknowledgement from the Michigan Rock and Imperial Legends Lobby of Notoriety. In 2013, Gordy left a mark on the world by turning into the main residing individual to get the Trailblazer grant from the Lyricists Lobby of Distinction. The next year, he was granted the way into the city by Mike Dugan, chairman of Detroit, where Motown's foundations run. Profound. President Obama himself perceived Gordy's commitments to American culture in 2016 when he granted him the Public Decoration of Expressions, lauding him for making another sound in American music and sending off the vocations of endless, amazing craftsmen. Gordy heritage is additionally celebrated by Berry Gordy Square in Los Angeles, assigned at the crossing point of Nightfall and Argyle Roads, where Motown's workplaces once remained as the focal point of melodic development. His effect on music and culture was reaffirmed in 2021 when he got a lofty Kennedy Community Distinction Close by Lights. For example, B. Midler, Joni Mitchell, Justin Dio, and Lauren Michaels. Even lately, Gordy keeps on getting acknowledgement for his commitments. In 2022, he was enlisted in the Dark Music and Diversion Stroll of Distinction, further setting his place among the titans of American music. That very year, he was presented with a privileged doctorate from the College of Michigan, certifying his status as a melodic symbol as well as a regarded scholastic figure. Berry Gordy III, known as Berry Gordy Jr., was brought into the world on November 28, 1929, in Detroit, Michigan, to Berry Gordy II and Bertha Fuller Gordy. He was the seventh kid among 8 kin experiencing childhood in a working-class family. His dad migrated the family from Oklahoma, Georgia, to Detroit in 1922, looking for better open doors from the racial strains and viciousness of the American South. The Gordy family's pioneering soul ran profound. Berry Gordy also ran different organizations, including a supermarket, a carpentry business, and a printing shop. While his more established siblings, Fuller and George, took to their dad's exchanges, Berry and Robert, the more youthful kin, were attracted to various ways. Berry specifically fostered an energy for boxing, expecting to make speedy progress and abundance in the ring. In spite of his desires in boxing, Barry's life went in a new direction when he was drafted into the U.S. Armed Forces during the Korean conflict in 1951. Filling in as a minister's associate, he additionally drove a Jeep and played the organ at strict administrations. His deployment finished in 1953, during which he procured a GAD identical to a secondary school certificate. Getting back from the conflict, Gordy married Louise Coleman and started investigating his premium in music. He opened a record store called 3D Record Imprint, gaining practical experience in jazz music and 3D glasses. Although the store didn't flourish, Gordy's associations drove him to Al Green, proprietor of the Fire Show Bar, where he met the skilled vocalist Jackie Wilson in 1957. Gordy composed Remodest with his sister Gwen and essayist maker Billy Davis, which was recorded by Jackie Wilson. The tune made humble progress at first, yet acquired global praise, especially in the UK. This achievement denoted the start of Gordy's excursion into the music business. Wilson recorded a few additional melodies, co-composed by Gordy, including the hit Forlorn Tears, hardening Gordy's standing as a musician. He additionally worked together with Davis to compose Nothing Remained at that point but to Sob for Etta James at Chess Records in 1957. He coincidentally found the supernatural occurrences at first known as the Bullfighters, and started collecting a program of gifted craftsmen supported by Smokey Robinson, the frontman of the Wonders. Gordy acquired $800 from his family in 1959 to lay out R&B record organization. At first, Gordy imagined naming the mark Tammy Records was enlivened by a melody by Debbie Reynolds anyway, and because of name clashes, he chose Tama Records, which started the procedure on January 12, 1959. Marv Johnson's Come to Me denoted Thomas's presentation discharge, acquiring public consideration when Joint Specialist Records got it for circulation. Gordy's contribution was underway, and songwriting procured him acknowledgement strikingly with Barrett Strong's Cash. That Is What I Need, causing disturbances on Tama and later Anna Records. It was the Wonders who pushed Tom Records to unmistakable quality with their raving success. Shop Around in 1960, turning into the Mark's initial million-selling record, this achievement prepared for a series of hits. Remembering You've Truly Got a Handle from Me, setting the Marvels' debut stars as Gordy's realm extends. Tama and Motown Records converged to frame the Motown record Enterprise on April 14, 1960. This consolidation situated M-Town as a free force to be reckoned with in the music business. In 1960, Bonnie marked Mary Wells, who, with Smokey Robinson's songwriting ability, became turned into another breakout star for the name, producing hits like You Shut Me Down, Two Sweethearts, and My Person. The progress of the Wonders' Search Around, which bested both the public R&B graph and announcements pop diagram in late 1960, solidly settled Moan as an awe-inspiring phenomenon, resulting in hits like The Marvelette, Please, Mr. Mailman in 1961, further set Motown's situation as a prevailing player in the music business. Berry Gordy set out on another section of his distinguished lifetime by migrating to Los Angeles. There, he dug into the universe of filmmaking, creating the widely praised historical show Woman Sings the Blues, featuring Diana Ross in a spellbinding depiction of Billy Occasion. The movie gathered far and wide business achievement and procured Ross an Institute grant selection. Richard P.R.I. and Billy D. Williams initially planned for Levi Stubbs of the Four Tops to balance the heavenly cast regardless of starting opposition from the studio. Gordy's tirelessness prompted Williams' consideration at last, catapulting him to fame and expanding on the progress of Women Singing the Blues. Gordy proceeded with his introduction to filmmaking with Mahogany, a task he guided himself after an argument about projecting with unique Chief Tony Richardson, again highlighting Diana Ross and Billy D. Williams. The movie enamored crowds with its convincing story and dynamic exhibitions. In 1985, Gordy wandered into a new area with the development of The Last Winged Serpent, a clique hand-to-hand fighting movie featuring military craftsman Teok and Vanity, known for her relationship with Sovereign. This different scope of activities displayed Gordy's flexibility as a maker and his capacity to explore different sorts with artfulness while Gordy investigated movie making. Moan Records kept on creating hits all through the 1970s and 1980s, flaunting specialists like the Jacksons' Rick James, the Commodore Lionel Richie, and long-haul signings Stevie Miracle and Smokey Robinson. By the last part of the 1980s, Motown's impact had faded, provoking Gordy to offer his premium in the mark to MCA and Boston Adventures in 1988 for a significant amount of $61 million. Furthermore, he stripped the majority of his inclinations toward work distribution to Emmy's distribution. However, he held his inheritance as a productive musician, having panned or co-composed 240 of the roughly 15,000 melodies in Motown's J Music list. The genuine proportion of Motown's getting through inheritance came a couple of years ago, when Polygram obtained the name for more than $330 million, highlighting its enduring effect on the music business. Thanks for watching this video.